Alright, Chapter 2, Operator Station, blank. Pedal lever to pedal. The A, left control level, the horn switch on top of the lever, the B, the left travel the pedal, the C, the left travel the lever, the Z, the right travel the lever, the E, the right travel the pedal. F, the right control lever, the power boost switch on top of the lever, the G, the front top right panel, the H, the right power, right console panel, the I, the air conditioner panel, lift the clip, the J, the cab door, release lever, the AK, the radio, L, the left control panel, M, the pilot control shut off lever, the N, the hydraulic thumb pedal, the O, the rock wheel control panel. Your right front panel, right console, panel. A, the, monitor switch, the B, the switch panel, the A, the C, the ashtray, the C, D, the cigarette lighter, for E, the air conditioner panel, lift the equip, the F, the engage, the RPM dial, the G, the economic mode switch, H, the high power mode switch, the I, the J, key switch, the J, the rear switch, the rear light switch, K, the overhead alarm and indicator, L, the Arctic heater switch, M, the Arctic heater indicator. Monitor panel, engine coolant temperature A, B, the warm-up indicator, C, the fuel gauge, C, D, the high-power mode indicator, E, the economy mode indicator, F, the auto idle indicator, C, the hydraulic oil filter restriction indicator, model 230 LCRD, H, hydraulic oil level indicator, the I, the fuel level indicator, the J, the air filter restriction indicator, the K, the changing air temperature indicator, the L, the engine coolant temperature indicator, the M, the engine oil pressure indicator, and the alternate voltage indicator, the oil, the engine oil level indicator, the P, the engine coolant level indicator. Engine coolant temperature gauge, the important. If the needle points to the red zone, the idle engine to bring back the needle to the green zone before stopping engine. If the needle continues to rise, shut off the engine. Warm-up indicator. Yellow indicator will turn off the engine coolant when the temperature reaches approximately 30 degrees Celsius or 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Fuel gauge. The fuel machine before needs to reach fuel machine before needle reaches E. High power mode indicator. Green indicator will light when the HP mode switch is turned on. Economy mode indicator with the green light when the indicator with the E mode switch is turned on. Auto idle indicator. Green indicator will light when the auto idle switch is turned on. Hydraulic oil level indicator. Parking machine on level ground position of the machine with the arm cylinder with a fully retracted bucket. The cylinder with a fully extended pressing. The level check with the before the start of the machine will determine the indicator with the oil level adequately for the operation of the check. Note, this check does not take place for the daily inspection. Hydraulic oil filter restriction indicator for the prevent the possible hydraulic pump damage for the check of the hydraulic oil filter as soon as possible. The problem occurs. Indicator light with oil service required for the indicator light will light when the filter elements are restricted. Check the filter elements. Cold oil may cause hydraulic oil filter restriction indicator light to light temporarily. Fuel level indicator. When red fuel level indicator approximately 30 liters of the gas fuel is remaining. Air filter restriction indicator. The red indicator will light the air filter's air and clog and clean the replacement element. Engine coolant temperature. Do not stop the engine with the coolant temperature. Lightly come to the temperature with the right drive, but further reduce the load with the running of this engine with the slow item with the temperature light control. This is to stay on and shut off the engine off. Red indicator shows the light buzzer. The buzzer will sound when the engine coolant overheats. Reduce the light load immediately and run the engine. Slow item will increase the debris around the radiator. Inspect the debris from around the radiator. Check with the low coolant level of the radiator to recover the tank. Change air temperature indicator. Prevent the possible engine damage with the change of the air indicator with the light that comes on while operating the top of the engine. Red indicator will light with the tank of the air intake temperature with successfully stop the engine with the check of the debris of the charge of the air and the cooler inlet screen with the check of the fan with the proper operation log change the air system reducing engine performance. Engine oil pressure indicator. If the engine oil pressure light comes on with the valve operating with the top of the engine, immediately red indicator with the light with the buzzer will sound the engine with the oil pressure low. With the stop the engine immediately. Oil level extreme off level. Operation may come with the indicator light. Alternator voltage indicator. Indicator will light with no alternator output. Check with the electrical system. Engine oil level indicator. Pressing level check with the switch with the before the start of the machine with the indicator with the oil level. If the oil level is adequate for the operation, check does not take the place for the daily inspection. Cool level indicator. Pressing the level to check with the switch before starting the machine will turn the indicator on. If the cool level is adequate for the operation for the check does not take place for the daily inspection. Alright, your switch panel. A, the local level check switch. The B, the attachment mode indicator. C, the precision mode indicator. D, the grading mode indicator. The E, the dig mode indicator. F, the work mode switch. The G, the buzzer stop switch. The H, the propel speed switch. The I, the auto idle switch. The J, the wiper switch. K, the washer switch. And L, the operating light switch. Buzzer and buzzer stop switch. The buzzer sounds when the engine oil pressure is low, but the indicator of the light C will also light the engine oil pressure low at the top of the stop the engine immediately. The buzzer cannot be turned on when the engine oil level pressure is low. Engine coolant overheats. Indicator light B will also light with the coolant temperature higher. Push buzzer stop switch A. Reduce A. Push switch A. Reduce this load. Immediately run on the engine to decrease the engine speed with the high temperature to continue with the stop of the engine. Check fluid levels. When the buzzer stops with the push and relief of the buzzer stops around the buzzer function is automatically reset the engine coolant temperature overheat function. To reset the buzzer, keep the switch of the off and the buzzer will now sound more than once for the same problem under this switch and reset. Wiper switch A with a 3 position. INT position with wiper switch operating intermittently. On position wiper operates continuously. On wiper off automatically stopping operation. No, wiper and washer do not operate unless the upper front window is closed and the right side of the lock pin is installed. Washer switch. Washer motor may be damaged if the washer switch is held on more than 20 seconds and continually operating with a no fluid container. Plus switch A to squirt windshield washer wiper fluid and the windshield. Do not hold down switch for more than 30 to 20 seconds. Operating light switch. Turn the light switch A for the first position of the turn light C. Turn the light switch to the second position. Turn the light B and C. Operating rear light switch. Move the switch A with the rear outside work lights on and off. Cab lights. Move the switch A with the turn inside cab light on and off. Overload alarm and indicator. Overload alarm and indicator will activate when the digging capacity exceeds while the machine is digging from the side. That's A. Key switch. Engine will stop when this key switch from the on and the ACC. Also, turn the key in the up position to prevent batteries from draining. A is the engine off. B is the accelerator. C is the engine on. D is the start. That's the key switch. Engine RPM idle. The RPM dial. And use the engine RPM dial with the A to adjust the dial speed. Turn the dial clockwise to increase the engine speed. Counterclockwise to decrease the engine speed. Power booster. Power booster switch is located on the top of the right control lever. A. Horn switch is A is located on the top level of the control lever, left control lever. Hour meter. The right hand number of the hour meter indicates the length of tenths of an hour and 6 minutes. Your cab heater, air conditioner. A the control panel, B the front vent, C the defroster vent, D the foot vent, and E the rear vents. Alright, control panel switches. The mode switch A with the airflow for the vent valve, the defroster vent with the B, airflows from the front of the rear vent, the defroster vent, C, the airflows out of the foot vent only. Temperature control switch, the indicators situated with the middle of the temperature control switch I with the indicators will be turned with the right arrow with which press with the green light with the arrow with the press with the air temperature high with all the indicators red with the cool stuff, all the indicators are green. If it's warmer, the cool air will flow out of the vents and selected by the mode switches. Blower switches, the blower switch G is selected the design. The blower switch air conditioner will turn with the AC switch D. The press off any of the blower indicators is on. When the blower is off, the switch H is pressed. The blower over the air conditioner will turn off. The blower will turn one of the blower switches the press when the air conditioner switch is turned on and off. Fresh air vent switch. The fresh air vent switch F is around the outside of the air into the cab. Press the air vent switch to the E to the closed fresh air vent and circulate the air already in the cab. Alright, A is the mode switch, B is the mode switch, C is the mode switch, D the air conditioner switch, E the air vent switch, the F the fresh air vent switch, G the blower switch, the H the blower switch off switch, and I the temperature control switches. Cab heater operation, press the with the mode with the A, B, C, press the rear temperature control switch I until all the indicators are red. Press the blower switch G to select the desired power, desired blower speed. Press the air conditioner switch to turn the indicator off if it is not already off. Press the temperature control switch to the lower of the switch and adjusting the temperature. Air conditioner operation. Press the desired mode with the switch ABC with the press level of the temperature control switch I until the indicators are green with the press the blower switch G with the select the desired blower speed. Press the air conditioner switch. Turn the indicator general the indicator is green if not already green. Press the temperature control switch and blower switch to adjust the temperature operation cab temperature. Or your defrost operation, press the front vent mode with the A with the rear vent mode, switch B with the press the temperature control switch I with the select the desired air temperature, press the front air with the vent switch with the F, press the blower switch G with the select the desired blower with the speed, adjust the lower with the front vent with the defroster vent and the required, press the temperature control switch with the blower switches to adjust the cab temperature, press the air conditioner switch with the on if the windows become clouded with the dehumidifying required. Your front console, A is the radio clock. Operating for the AM FM radio. Press the power switch A to turn on the radio. Repeatedly press one of the tuning switches D until the desired station reads the preset. The station selects the desired station using the tuning switches. Press the hold station button and press F to use for more than 2 seconds until the electronic tone is heard. The frequency of the preset station will indicate the digital display G. A, the power switch volume control knob. B, the tone adjustment ring. C, the AM FM switch. D, the tuning switches. E, the display mode changing switch. F, the station presets. G, the digital display. H, the set switch. I, the time set switches. Or setting the clock. In order to set the clock, digital display must be the time of the display with the one. The pressure to display with the mode of the change A. Change switch A using the type of the switch. The C with the set switch. D with the clock. Press the set switch for the reset the minute. The display with the 00. Press the time set switch A to set the correct hour. Press the time switch M to set the correct minute. A, the disposal mode change switch. B, the digital display. C, the time set switches. D, the set switch. Or cab door release lever. The cab doors can be locked for the open position. Open the door and away until it locks the latch on the side of the cab. To release the door for the locked position, push the door on the lever A. Secondary exit tool. Important. The secondary exit uses the tool A with the breakdown window. Always keeping the tool in the machine. Operating up front secondary exit window. The washer and window wiper cannot operate when the upper front of the window open. Move the lock pins toward the center of the window. A. Pull the window of the back into the latches of the B and from the convenience storage overhead cushion. Prevent the possible injury from the window of the closing. Do not rely on the latch B, but alone to hold the window within up position. Allow the lock pins to cab, the frame, and the boss holes. Then slide the 2 pins into the cab from the frame, boss holes, and turn it locked. Closing the up front window. Caution to prevent possible injury with the window with closing the up front window with the comes with the down with the vary with the forcefully. Close the window with only with the sitting on the operator's seat. Clear guide window with the soundly slow. Pull out the lock pins A to unlock the window. Push the lever B to release the latch. Push the window down slowly. Apply the 2 pins in the cab front with the boss holes and turn to lock. Moving and storing the lower front window. Upper front window must be raised before the lower front window can be removed. Pull on the lock windows, lock pins A to unlock and remove the windows. 2. The window can be stored and insert the tabs on the bottom of the lock with the brackets. B with the locking pins into the hole of the C with located below the rear of the cab. Cold weather. Some of the operators may choose to work with the top of glass open with the bottom glass in place to provide the excellent visibility with the heads of the hole being circulated around the operator's feet. Open the side window. Caution, avoid serious crushing and injury with the bottom of the never place with any part of the body beyond the window bar of the frame, and it could crush with the bottom of the boom, by the boom, and if the boom controlled up with it exactly bump that otherwise engaged. Do not move the window bar of the window bar that are missing with the broken and replace immediately. Both the right side of the windows, cab doors, windows can be open the right side, rear side of the window, unlatched the lock of the A position joint, part of the lock and to open the window, cab door, window slide, pane to the rear of the pane, to the front. Opening and closing the roof exit, cover the push, move the lock pins A towards the center of the roof exit, cover the push on the handle B to open the roof of the exit lever. Exit cover to complete closing. Hold the handle to pull the cover down until the pins lock in its position. Alright, moving and storing the fire extinguisher. On metal 230 LCDR, the fire extinguisher is moved with the battery component. Battery compartment. Remove. Pull the latch A outward. Move the extinguisher. Storing inside. Insert the extinguisher and C. Close the latch assembly A. Alright, your rock drill starter stop selection control box model 230 LCRD. Start the central selector switch B into the B position, normal as excavator operation. Select the switch B, add it to A position to activate with electrical hydraulic circuit with the rock drill with set in the A position. All pilot hydraulics for the excavator are neutralized. A, the rock drill start with the stop selection control box, and B, the selector switch. Alright, compressor remote instrument control panel A, the compressor remote control instant control panel. Move the storing of the rifle. Open the latch A, remove the barrel, and then lift the rifle out from the saddle. Storing the rifle, insert the rifle butt into the saddle, snap the barrel into the latch A. Alright, J-hooks. The J-hooks A are used to hang operating load with the varying equipment of the individual chemical equipment bag. A shows the J-hooks. Toolbox security hasp. The toolbox security hasp is located on the inside of the corner of the toolbox hasp is used to secure the toolbox A, the toolbox security hasp. Alright, decontamination kit bracket. The decontamination kit bracket is located bracket A is located between the toolbox for the boom and the decontamination kit is secured in strap B. A, the decamination kit, bracket, the B, the strap. Vandal protection panel storage. The upper section of the window shield panel storage on the left. Control access the door of the channel. The use of the knob A to screw the panel to the door. The remains of the panel stored with the box B at top of the machine. A and then A and B as in knob and storage box. Adjusting the seat. Turn the knob and adjust the seat with the wave of the opposite wave of the display of the knob. Push down with the while the sitting of the seat with the wear of the sill. Handing of the pulling down of the seat to obtain the desired height. Release the lever to push down the lever while sitting on the seat. Adjust the seat with the desired angle to release the lever to push down lever to the seat. Adjust the seat with both the right and left console. The distance, desired distance between the travel pedal with the lever to release the lever to the lock seat with the consoles inside the into the position. Pull the lever to unlock the seat. Of both console slide the seat with the desired distance for the control lever to the sleeves for the lever to pull the levers E with the release bracket lock. Move the backrest in desired position. Release the lever to the A way. The weight of the adjustment knock. B the side. C height of the angle of the adjustment. D the console and C from the adjustment lever to D. The C forward aft adjustment and E backrest adjustment. Alright, adjusting the armrest. Pulling on the armrest to move the armrest out of the way when exiting. Turn the dial B with the adjusting armrest. A armrest and B dial. Alright, your seatbelt. Seatbelt mounting hardware that must be inspected to wear damage before operating the machine. Replace the belt with the mounting hardware if worn damage. Replace the complete with the seatbelt assembly every 3 years, regardless of the appearance and date label, and determine the age of the belt and attachment to each of the belt. Operator's manual compartment. Store the operator's manual behind the seat. And Chapter 3, break-in.